If you had to imagine your world without credit, what would it look like? Would you drive the car you do? Would your kids have braces? Could you have purchased the home you live in? Could you have ever started your own business? For most people, the answer is no. So what happens when credit is not available? When poverty is defined as someone living on less than $2 a day, it is no surprise that without access to credit, the majority of the world lives in poverty. In Thailand, this reality is true for over 8 million people, and Population and Development International wants to change that.
When you are poor, you have no collateral. But what you do have is labor. So if somebody says, look, I have labor, it's a factor of production, why don't you lend me some money based on my labor? The banks don't do that. So we say that for those living in poverty, the only way to get them out of poverty is A, to teach them business skills, and B, to let them borrow money, access to credit as a human right.
20 years ago, Michai Viravaidya started a family planning campaign in Thailand, which helped lower Thailand's population growth from 7 children per household to under 2. Furthermore, he created one of the most successful HIV/AIDS awareness and prevention campaigns the world has ever seen, an influence estimated by the World Bank at preventing 7.7 million new HIV infections. As the campaigns took Michai through rural Thailand, though, he came to understand that a large part of the population was trapped in poverty because of their inability to access credit and basic business skills training. Not satisfied with the efforts he saw from the government in providing services to rural areas, he developed his own plan, one that would be effective and sustainable. If poverty is simply the result of a system which prevents an individual from gaining access to credit, then the solution to the problem is even simpler. Find successful companies and individuals that can provide resources and low-interest credit. With that idea in mind, the Village Development Partnership was founded. The VDP is an integrated and unique approach to eradicating poverty through a partnership between a rural village and a company such as yours. Qualified teams of professionals manage this partnership through 18 fully staffed centers around Thailand.
We have field officers that go into the villages regularly to manage and follow up on projects being implemented by the communities. They visit each village every 2 weeks, sometimes even more if a village needs additional support in a particular area or are in the process of setting up big projects. The VDP centers are also responsible for capacity building and Barefoot MBA programs.
Since its inception, the VDP has evolved into a program that has effectively helped thousands of villagers pull themselves out of poverty. It is this high success rate that has allowed PDI to implement the model in over 400 villages across Southeast Asia. Under the guidance and support of Population and Development Association and Population and Development International, the village selected for a VDP partakes in a series of committee elections and is provided training in the areas of planning, business, democracy, and health. The committees, comprised of an equal number of men, women, and youth, assess their village needs and aspirations, develop a plan of action, and set forth to improve community programs that address youth, elder, and communal health needs. The community-owned village bank is then started through a series of small deposits made by the villagers. It is through these initial contributions that individuals not only gain membership to the bank, but also become personally invested in the program. Once this integration is achieved, the Village Bank is ready to receive funds from its partnering sponsor.
The Village Development Bank is set up after the villages plant trees. The reason for that is we want to teach financial discipline. Financial discipline means money is not free. Nothing is free in this world. You have to work for it.
For every tree planted, the Village Bank receives $1.25. And unlike other microcredit programs around the world, the Village Bank is owned and managed by the villagers themselves. This unique approach encourages villagers to embrace the program with trust, responsibility, and enthusiasm, while addressing the 5 key development areas: community empowerment, economic development, environmental conservation, health, and education. As a community-based empowerment program, the VDP provides opportunities for the poor and helps transform their financial struggles into hopeful progress through access to low-interest loans, skills training, and small business resources.
The biggest difference this has made in my life is that I am debt-free now. In fact, our entire village is debt-free thanks to the VDP program.
I built a water pump and developed an irrigation system that is quite effective. I am now teaching people how to build the pumps and about irrigation. Now farmers can grow food in the dry seasons, which helps generate steady income.
Through this program, I was given the opportunity to pair up with a non-HIV person to fight the stigma of my sickness and also to start a business. It is called a positive partnership. Together, we took out a loan of $720. We set up a chicken and duck farm. Our business is doing so well, we are now financially independent. Before, I was preparing to die, but I was given a second chance at life thanks to this program.
As a means for social change, the VDP serves as a vehicle for corporations looking to make their social responsibility truly count. A one-time investment not only produces tangible results, but also renews itself for generations to come, making social impact and a company's legacy one and the same.
Ever since Nike sponsored a VDP for our village, I have taken out loans of $150 and have been able to set up my own income-generating activities, such as basket weaving. Now, I work from home and I fully support my wife and get to watch my grandchildren grow up. I would sell you a fan, but they are my best sellers and I ran out of them today. Come back next week.
Furthermore, each time a villager pays back a loan, the funds and the interest generated supply a loan to another person in their village and increase the capital base of the overall community. This becomes the revolving nature of the village bank. One bank will generate hundreds of renewable loans and also be used as a communal fund for local development programs.
Someone that gets involved is able to really see the results. I get a report on how they're doing. I'm able to go into the villages. I know that I'm working with wonderful people here. The biggest reward that I've gotten out of this is just the satisfaction of being able to give something back, and not just giving money, but being able to do something where I can really see the results.
If it weren't for the Blakely Foundation sponsoring a VDP in my village, my mother wouldn't have been able to take out a loan to expand her silkworm business. Without that loan, I never would have been able to go to college.
We came last year when the VDP had just started at this village, and we heard that the youth committee wanted a football pitch, so we thought what a great idea to raise money through an annual football match and to have the 9th Ian Thompson Memorial game played at the village. So the guys have come from UK, Hong Kong, Australia, Singapore, all over the place to play in today's game. We've just got to make sure that the Ian Thompson Village wins.
Over the past 20 years, village development partnerships have facilitated thousands of microcredit loans and helped even more people through business skills training and community empowerment programs. In the last 3 years alone, over 3,000 members in 43 village development banks in northeastern Thailand have utilized $700,000 in loans as a means of economic empowerment. By choosing PDI as your charitable cause and sponsoring a village, you will help the poor find their entrepreneurial spirit and the path to sustainability. This investment in humanity will yield a satisfactory return of personally experiencing the progress your investment creates.
In 1990, the Swedish Motor Company proposed a partnership with our village. They said if we grew these trees, they would guarantee the purchase of all our crops. I decided to take a chance and took out a loan of $108. This loan covered enough seeds for the amount of land I had. Soon enough, we were producing so many trees that Swedish Motors could no longer keep the promise of buying all the trees. But it didn't matter, because we were already selling to people all around Thailand and even starting to export them. About 11 villages in this area now thrive off the tree business. A family can average about $30,000 a year. We sell trees to resorts, golf courses, hotels, parks all over the world. We are now working on preserving species, experimenting with varieties that aren't native to Thailand, and expanding our knowledge on growing techniques. After the tsunami, we replenished southern Thailand with all our trees. It was amazing. Who would have thought we could do something like that 20 years ago? We sent our 3 children to college. One of my daughters studied design in Bangkok, and she is now helping me set up our company website. And my son is finishing business school and wants to come help me improve my business. Of course I'm happy. I mean, how lucky can one man be?
These are the stories of change. They are the stories of microcredit success. Eradicating poverty is no longer an unattainable dream. It is something we can achieve within our lifetime. At PDI, we can make it happen. With your partnership, these are the stories we will live to tell.